Hey guys and girls, I'm really excited to share this recipe with you. It's one of my favorite puddings. It's a combination of a bread and butter pudding, but we're actually going to be using hot cross buns, a perfect Easter special. Hot cross buns, buttered, sliced, soaked in custard, lots of citrus and aromats, baked in the oven, nice and hot, caramelized and amazing. It's one of the best puddings you'll ever eat.
Of course you can use fresh hot cross buns for this recipe, but I prefer hot cross buns that are a day or two old. If they're a little bit firm, they soak up the custard so much better. Only a few ingredients are needed, including fresh eggs, sultanas, milk, cream, brown sugar, mandarin, lemon, garam masala, butter, and clove powder. Start by soaking 50 grams of fat, juicy sultanas in freshly brewed Earl Grey tea. For one pot, I'll use about 2 tea bags just so you get a really nice strength of Earl Grey tea coming through. Let this soak and infuse into the sultanas for about half an hour or so, and then drain off the excess liquid. And now, using a clean stainless steel bowl, crack 6 fresh, beautiful free-range eggs into the bowl. And now add 400 ml of pouring cream and 300 ml of full cream milk, followed by 60 grams of soft brown sugar. And now, using a microplane, grate in the zest of 1 mandarin, followed by 1 lemon. And now add the garam masala and clove powder. So now we just need to bring this delicious custard base together by giving it a jolly good mix with a whisk. Make sure everything's really well incorporated. So basically what we have here is a gorgeous aromatic, citrusy, spicy base for our pudding. Okay, so for this recipe, we'll be using about 750 grams of hot cross buns. What I do is I slice them into 3 thick slices. Just go through the whole pack first, cutting them into the 3 slices, putting them to one side, and then we're going to get our buttered dish ready. I find this amount of hot cross buns fits very snugly into a 2-litre baking dish. Give it a really good rub with soft butter just to help remove the pudding at the end. And now, back to our sliced hot cross buns. Using the soft butter and a butter knife, all we need to do is just butter each side of the slices, put them all to one side. Outside of the Easter period, when hot cross buns aren't around, you can also use beautiful croissants or even panettone. Makes a great recipe. Okie dokie. To get this pudding started, what we're going to do into our buttered baking dish is to sprinkle in our soaked sultanas. Remember, we soaked them in the Earl Grey tea. They've since been drained. And now to the base of the dish, we're just adding in a really good drizzle of that delicious custard. Okay, so now for the fun part. The sliced, buttered, hot cross buns, we're going to layer them down in the bottom of a dish, side by side, lots of nice neat rows. Make sure your hands are nice and clean. And then all the way down to the bottom. And then what we're going to do is we're going to get another layer of our beautiful sultanas and layer them across. And then we're going to start pouring in the beautiful custard. Give it a little mix first just to bring it all back together, and then pour it over and make sure that the custard soaks in to all the beautiful hot cross bun. Give it a nice push down with those lovely clean hands of yours. Push them down, squish it in, get all the custard soaking in to the hot cross bun. Now add the next layer. So just repeat that whole entire process again by laying the hot cross bun right the way through to the end. And then repeating the process with those soaked, beautiful sultanas, nice drizzle, nice even spread across the pudding, and then another good, juicy drizzle of that aromatic custard. Make sure you're filling all the holes. Make sure it's nice and even. Push it down a little bit so the custard really soaks into the sliced hot cross buns. Now for pudding to sit for a minute or two, just so that custard gets time to really sink in. And then you'll see it, as it sinks in, it'll create a bit more space. So pour a bit more custard over, just so it really fills in all those gaps. We want this to be beautiful, juicy and moist. Okay, you've been working hard. It's Easter. Take a break. Let this sit for about 3 hours, just to let all the flavors come together, the final custard soaking into all that beautiful bread. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take it out and give it a really good dusting with icing sugar. This is what's going to form our beautiful caramelized top when we put it into the oven. So what we want to do is just get a really nice even layer with the icing sugar, nice and thick, and then place it into our preheated oven at 160 degrees Celsius. And bake it for 45 minutes until the pudding is set, wobbly and caramelized on the top. Cut it into nice big fat juicy squares and serve it with vanilla whipped cream. You can't go wrong with this recipe. It's absolutely delicious.
Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and the recipe. Have a wonderful, happy and safe Easter. Thank you.